all the stuff that we got to go through, all the miles we got to put in, all the work that we got to put in, there's people that are asking, is the trucker lifestyle still worth it? I put a post up on Facebook recently in a trucker group I'm a part of, and I asked that exact question. In your opinion, is the truck driver lifestyle worth it? Of course, I got a lot of positive responses, people saying definitely it is, but I was amazed at some of the negative responses that I got. Like Edward Lankster that said, it's never worth it. It's an occupation. It's an acquired taste. Local driver doesn't get paid like an OTR, but they're home every day. Natalie Ford actually responded to that comment with, not always true. No one I personally know that is OTR makes more than me, and I'm home every day. Interesting response. Antron Gray posted, depends on what your current life is worth. Bill Thomas posted, no, with an exclamation point. I've been doing it most of my life, 36 years, and I used to enjoy it, but the majority of drivers without any common sense or decency have made me a bit grumpy and hateful. Shaden Miller posted, if you hate your family, health, and social life, then yes, the trucking lifestyle is worth it. Sheldon Kinney posted, no, you can make as much as a supervisor at a gas station. I actually responded with the huh emoji, and he didn't respond to that. Chris Constable posted, nope, don't think about it. Stay off the road. These are some really interesting comments. Luke Fisher posted, no, it's not. There's a lot of work and time that you put in that you aren't paid for. Yink Mija, I guess that's how you pronounce that, posted, went from making not even 1,000 every 2 weeks to averaging 2,700 a week. It depends on you and if you can handle being away from home. Taquana Bass, the wife of a trucker, posted, as a wife of a truck driver, no. It's good at times, but after 5 years, I asked my husband to come off the road. We never had time to enjoy the money. David Eady posted, 22 years in the game with my own authority, and I can say, for me, it was not worth it at all. Wish I had stayed a chef. Very interesting comment. I responded to David Eady and asked him, is he an OTR or is he local? And he responded with both. I work for myself, so I go where the money is. It's very interesting to me that somebody with their own authority that can go wherever they want, local, long distance, make as much money as they want to or not, would feel that they would have enjoyed staying a chef more. There's a lot of interesting comments on this post, 160 of them to be exact. I'll leave the link to the post down in the description of this video. But to address the question, is the trucker life worth it still in 2022? The best answer I can give you, family, is it's a personal choice. It's going to depend a lot on you, what you're willing to go through, what you want, and your end goal, what you're getting in trucking to try to accomplish. I plan for trucking to help me get into investing in real estate. And so far, trucking has enabled me to do some things financially in my life that I absolutely could not do before I became a truck driver. So if you ask me, I would say, yes, the life is worth it. But if you ask 10 different truck drivers, you're likely to hear 10 different answers, because the reality is, it is a personal decision. I know you've heard that before, but that's the best that I can give you. Now, with that being said, I do want to give you some pros and cons of having your CDL and being in the trucking profession. Now, I'm going to speak in general terms here, not in specifics, but if you're still watching the video at this point and you're currently a truck driver, if I leave anything off as far as pros and cons you think need to be pointed out, definitely leave it down in the comments of this video. The people that want to know more information on this subject would absolutely get value from your perspective. But the first pro to being a truck driver is this profession is one of the closest things to being something that is recession proof. Truck drivers are always in demand. Let me rephrase that. Truck drivers with good driving records are always in demand. Freight always has to be moved. And on another level, I've always heard that you want to be partnered up with, you want to be working for, you want to be investing in companies that can do well in recessionary times. Meaning you want to be involved with a company that can easily pass on
an increase in production or an increase in the cost of their product or their service, they can easily pass that on to the end consumer, and the end consumer will willingly pay the increased cost. I'm thinking about a company like Apple. Apple followers are so dedicated to the brand that Apple can increase the cost of their phones at any time, and pretty much without even thinking about it, the people that buy Apple phones will willingly pay the increased cost. Being a truck driver is very similar to that. As shipping costs go up, the people that are looking to buy the freight, they're willing to pay the increased shipping costs. And if you're an owner and you're in with a good broker, or even if you're a company driver, if you're in with a good company, they're probably gonna share in some of those increased profits with you. That's not 100% universal across the board. I've spoken to drivers that aren't making more during the recession and during the inflation that we've been experiencing lately. But the overwhelming majority of truckers that I talk to are making more as a result of the inflation that's a part of our economy. So get your CDL, learn how to operate a truck, and you are right in the middle of a recession-proof industry. The second pro of getting your CDL and becoming a truck driver is this is a very simple way to put yourself in position to be able to earn six figures, to be able to earn $100,000 a year, either as a company driver or you can own your own truck. Now, sure, you can buy a fleet, you can get multiple trucks, and you can make as much money as you want to. But just as a one truck, one man operation as an owner operator, or just as a company driver, without depending on too many other people, you can be making $100,000 a year. All you need is you, some work, and your truck. Third benefit to being a truck driver, I think I'm on number 3 now, is you don't need people skills to do this profession. Sure, you will be dealing with some people here and there, but that is something a lot of people love about the trucking profession. Pretty much once you get your work, once you get your load, you don't need anybody. You don't have to deal with anybody. People love that alone time to just be able to think as they're driving their truck throughout the day. Fourth pro of being a truck driver, it's a great way to see the country and get paid. I mean, as a truck driver, you have the ability to choose where you want to go. So while other people are paying to go and see the country, you as a truck driver can choose. I want to go here. I want to see this. I want to see that. I want to experience this monument. I want to go and see this landmark. And you can be getting paid to have those experiences. Fifth pro to getting a CDL, becoming a truck driver, and acclimating yourself to the industry is there is a lot of opportunity that could potentially open up for you after you understand the industry, after you've been a truck driver. Again, you can get your own truck, you can get multiple trucks, but you can start a brokerage if you want to and not have to drive the truck. You can start a dispatch company and not have to drive the truck. You can start a CDL training school. You can start a compliance company. You can start a mechanic shop. There are so many ways that you can go with this knowledge once you get acclimated to how the industry works. And I know me, when it comes to doing business with these different companies, I would much rather to do business with somebody that I feel understands what the truck driver has to go through. When I want to go to a mechanic shop, I would much rather go to a mechanic shop that I feel understands what I have to go through as a truck driver. So I don't have to explain to them, listen, I can't have my truck sitting. I need to hurry up and get it back because I only have one truck and I need to work. I would much rather deal with a compliance company, for instance, that I feel understands how it is out here on the road. So once you come into the industry, once you get acclimated to how things work, there's a whole bunch of opportunity that can open up to you, a bunch of directions that you can go in, and literally any area you go in, if you're going to be dealing with truckers, you're likely to do well because truckers want to deal with people that they feel understand what they're going through. So there's a lot of opportunity that could open up to you once you begin to understand how the industry works. There's literally no limit to the direction that you can go in with CDL knowledge. Sixth benefit to being in the trucking profession, to being a truck driver, this is a great place to be if you are financially disciplined. So if you have a strong work ethic and you keep your driving record good, you should always be able to find work. You can always buy your own truck and find work, but you should always be able to find somebody that's willing to let you get in their truck and drive their truck. That means that with the CDL, in enough time, you shouldn't have any problems with making money. But the question is, what are you going to do with the money after you make it? What do you do with the dollar after you make it? In my opinion, this is a great place to be if you're financially disciplined and if you're able to keep your personal obligations in check, you can absolutely accumulate a good amount of money in a 5-year trucking career, in a 7-year trucking career, in a 10-year trucking career, as long as you got a strong work ethic, as long as you want to work, and as long as you keep your driving record good. Now, I've given you some strong pros to being a truck driver. I got to give you a few cons. The main one, in my opinion, this profession is